ISO 20022 explained impact on XRP and crypto. ISO 20022 sounds like a freaking Star Wars droid like R2-D2 or something. What in the hell? No, it's not a bot. It's actually a game-changing global language for payments, and it might just revolutionize banking and crypto as we know it. Guys, please tap that like and subscribe button down below. All right, here's the deal. Let's get into ISO 20022 on the XRP ledger. So what is ISO 20022? In plain English, it's Universal Messaging Standard for Finance. Okay, basically, it's a fancy way of saying banks and payment systems worldwide will speak the same data language. Instead of each bank using its own codes and formats like the way it is today, which often is very confusing, everyone will have the ISO 20022's common format based on XML. If you're curious tech-wise, all right, that's what it uses. You can think of like all international airlines agreeing to use English for air traffic control. It makes the communication clear and standardized for everybody, no matter where you are on the globe. Now, if the old system was like sending financial info via old school SMS, like ISO 20022 is sending detailed emails with attachments. Okay, you get much richer structured data in each message, meaning a payment can carry on a lot more details. Okay, who's paying, what's it for, the invoice number, you name it, it's all on there. Okay. No more cryptic abbreviations or missing info when it comes to banking. This upgrade isn't just tech for tech's sake, okay? It's a huge leap in how banks talk to each other globally. Get this, by 2025, ISO 20022 is set to become the global standard for payments, okay? Banks and systems around the world are already transitioning. They've been for a while. In fact, the SWIFT network, which is like the Gmail for banks, started switching over in 2023. And by 2024, all major currency networks will use ISO 20022 for cross-border payments. Okay, it's a big coordinated upgrade. It's kind of like worldwide software update for the plumbing of finance, basically. Okay, Ripple is at the heart of this. Why is ISO 20022 such a big deal? Global payments upgrade is your answer. Okay, that's why this matters. We're moving to one common financial language has some major perks here. Richer data with every payment, okay? Banks can include way more information on each transfer, no more sequencing, no, like you have to fit it into 140 characters, not necessary anymore. For example, details like invoice numbers or customer IDs, they travel with the payment now, okay? Better automation. Because the data is structured and standardized, computers can process transactions automatically with fewer errors now. So less work, more straight-through processing. Okay? Lower costs and faster processing is also a major perk. Okay, with everyone on the same page, payments go through more efficiently, potentially lowering fees. Imagine fewer middlemen saying, what in the hell is the message? It delays the wire transfer. Today, it will not do this moving forward with this system. Another perk, it also improves the security and fraud prevention. More transparent and detailed info makes banks flag suspicious activity far more easily and more quickly. Okay, it's like having better caller ID. You know exactly who's sending what. You can see if you need to intervene or not. Okay, in short, ISO 20022 aims to make moving money faster, cheaper, and safer on a global scale. Okay, for us users, what does it mean? It might mean quicker international transfers and fewer holdups at banks. And for banks, it's the foundation for new innovations, real-time payments, better compliance checks, you name it. Banks are happy too. Okay, picture the old messaging system as snail mail service and ISO 20022 as instant messaging. The old way wasn't broken, but the new way is so much more efficient. It's hard not to get excited, at least for financial geeks like us. Guys, please tap that like and subscribe button down below. Thank you so much. Cryptocurrency is in ISO 20022. Now, here's where crypto comes into the story here. ISO 20022 isn't about cryptocurrency on its own. It's a standard for banks, okay? It creates a bridge for cryptos to enter the traditional finance world or TradFi. And how does it do this? By speaking the same language as the banks. Crypto platforms can hook into the existing financial system far more easily and interface with it. Think about it. If banks upgrade to ISO 20022 and along comes a cryptocurrency that can plug right into the system, boom, suddenly the crypto can be used by banks without translation issues at all, seamlessly integrating. This is why you've heard maybe the buzz about ISO 20022 compliant coins. In reality, cryptocurrency itself, it can't literally be ISO 20022 certified because it's not a software message format, okay? It means that the crypto's network or its platform follows the ISO 20022 data standards, making integration easy, like XRP, XLM, XDC. As of now, no crypto is officially ISO 20022 compliant in the eyes of the standard setters, okay? But several projects anticipated the change and positioned themselves to be compatible. The three I mentioned. This includes XRP, Ripple, Stellar, XLM, XDC Network, Algorand, Algo, and a few others, which often get mentioned as the ISO 20022 friendly cryptos. Among these, Ripple's XRP has a unique spotlight, so let's focus on that. XRP's unique position in the ISO 20022 era. Ripple, the company, basically RSVP'd early to the ISO 20022 party and said, hey, we see this global shift is coming, and decided to get involved from the start and become ISO 20022 compliant. So Ripple joined the ISO 20022 standards body way back in May 2020, becoming the first blockchain DLT company to sit at the table. It's like being the only tech startup in a room full of big bank representatives, okay, helping to shape the way the new banking system works. It's pretty amazing. What does Ripple's involvement mean? Okay, for one, RippleNet, Ripple's global payments network, already adheres to ISO 20022 messaging standards, and banks using RippleNet can seamlessly send ISO 20022 format messages through its system. So in plain terms, Ripple built its network to speak the new financial language fluently, so banks don't need a translator to use it. It's already set. And what about XRP, the cryptocurrency? XRP itself isn't something certified under ISO 20022, since the standard is about messages, not assets. But because Ripple's tech is ISO 20022 ready, XRP can integrate into banks' workflows much more easily. So it's if XRP already knows the handshake that the banks are starting to use, okay? The unique positioning could make XRP a go-to bridge currency for moving funds between different fiat currencies in the future. For example, imagine if a bank in the US wants to send money to a bank in Japan in seconds using crypto. With ISO 20022 messaging, the US bank can format the payment details in the standard way, and if they use XRP via RippleNet, the Japanese bank receives a familiar ISO 20022 message on the other end. So the crypto XRP did the value transfer, but the messaging around it is in the universal language that both banks understand. So that's powerful. Okay, that means that crypto can now slot into the existing system without breaking them. Ripple's early adoption even gives it influence, okay? In late 2024, Ripple gained a formal seat on the ISO 20022 Oversight body, meaning it helps develop the standards like messaging definitions and even token identifiers that could directly involve crypto assets like XRP. It's pretty interesting. Few other crypto players have that kind of voice at the table here. Stellar is another one in the mix. This highlights Ripple's efforts to make XRP the digital bridge currency for banks as they upgrade their payments network. In a way, XRP is like the student who studied the new textbooks before the class even started, okay? While some of the other crypto projects are still catching up, XRP via Ripple has been fluent in the ISO 20022 lingo for years, okay? It's not guaranteed to ace the exam, but mass adoption, here it comes. It sure has an edge. We're going to have to see, okay? What does this mean for the future of crypto and banking? Big picture, ISO 20022 is part of a larger modernization of finance. As banks adopt real-time payments and digital currencies, maybe even central bank digital currencies, who knows? We're not a fan of them on the channel. Having common standards is definitely crucial. Cryptos that align with those standards could ride the wave. It could encourage regulators and banks to view certain cryptos as compatible with their regulated financial system. A hot topic in crypto regulations. Some experts say that this trend is blurring the lines between traditional banking and crypto. XRP's role here is being closely watched. If Ripple's technology continues to be adopted by banks for cross-border transfers, XRP could see increased usage as a bridge asset. Okay, competition, regulation, hello SEC, holy shit. Thank God it's almost over. But being ISO 20022 friendly is a green check mark, okay, in XRP's favor when we're talking about banks. It's a huge advantage for XRP. And it's not just XRP. Other projects, as we mentioned before, like XLM, XDC, Algorand, etc., are all striving to fit into the future of banking by aligning with ISO 20022. The end result here, possibly a world where sending money anywhere through any system, whether traditional banking or blockchain, is smooth and interoperable. The vision here, no more siloed networks, no more walled gardens, but one big connected financial web moving money like a UFO. So next time you hear ISO 20022 at a party, don't get scared. You can have a little chat. It's not a secret code. It's not some weird freaking sci-fi robot shit. It's the new global language of money. Okay, one that could bring banks and crypto together on the same page finally. And XRP, it's uniquely positioned as a translator at the meeting point of those two worlds, you guys, okay, which is pretty damn exciting for the future of banking and cryptocurrency. And if you found this shit entertaining and informative, go ahead and tap that like and subscribe down at the bottom. Thanks for tuning in to Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with Frank the Tanker. And make sure you check our Caleb and Brown link below and tap it and see what you think. You're not going to be disappointed. We'll see you next time, guys. We love you. Check you later. Crank the frick crypto fucking Frank the crypto Frank through this. Holy shit, it's hot under these lights, isn't it, Seinfeld?